it's nice on paper. It gives them the tools they need eventually. But I am so concerned for this troll lane. Maybe it does better since Batrider is such a mediocre laner nowadays. But you have pressure in the Batrider lane, like he's going to be pressuring the troll. Pango's not a strong laner. And then Enigma's like a very passive laner as well. I think OG, all they want to do is run at you and make space for Ana, and you've kind of let them do that. So I think OG's just going to do exactly that.
What do you make of it, Owen? Follow me up here, buddy.
I mean, I think it's better than the last game for Tundra. I do actually think it's better than the last game.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what Snaking's able to do on the Enigma. As we said, we saw last game, last draft, it was something that OG banned out. They're obviously they feel that it is good in the hands of Snaking. They've got a good team fight. They are going to be able to turn up. You know, Pango, AA, Enigma to follow up. A lot of heroes on OG's lineup that want to be in the front. You know, jumping in. A good black hole could deal with that. I think it's better. You know, I'll go with Tundra on this one. I think, you know, sure,
like it.
on paper it might not look like they've answered the PL, but I've got to believe that they know what they're doing. They feel that they've got the team fight and the ability to blow up Ana in the game. So
that's a level 27 bat though for Seb. I'm sure he also knows what he's doing. And if BSJ says that's a free bat game, I think that Tundra has got some something to worry about. We're gonna find out how this game 2 is gonna play itself out though. We're heading over to Cap and Kyle for game 2.
Yeah, I think it's very bold of Owen to say that Tundra, they've got to know what they're doing, because I feel like that is in some ways the way we opened up our cast of game 1, Kyle. I said this Broodmother, they picked it for a plan. They obviously have scrimmed out with it. They figured out what heroes they needed to be banned, and it still wasn't a game-winning hero for them. It may have won the lane, might have like gotten that early tower, but it didn't win the game for them.
No, it did not. And it's a more stable draft for sure. I think it's a lot easier to execute. Previous game was talking with Fog backstage. He's like, yeah, like who does anything? You know, you have 2 supports, Grimstroke AA, your offlaner's a Brood. I guess saw 9 getting some flame on socials, but I don't know what he's supposed to do. He's the only person that can actually kill enemies. In this game, you have a couple more tools. Thank God for the Centaur, one of the best heroes for sure in the patch. I believe first time we've seen Hoodwink in the upper division of the DPC EU.
Yeah, I believe so as well. For EU, for sure. I think across the upper division, maybe there has been
picked in South America. I'm certain.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll see how it plays out. I think BSJ was onto it though. It's all about the Batrider. Can you deal with it as Tundra? And once again, Ana on the PL. Something that really only OG has felt this comfortable picking up. But curious though, Seb will be playing safe lane, so against the Enigma. And they'll be moving the Centaur 3-3 to bottom. Because keep in mind, this is a 4-position Enigma, so this isn't a core.
Yeah.
So how will they play it is the question. I think this actually makes the most sense. If they're going to bring their Troll AA top and have Enigma sort of play here as like a pseudo support until eventually rotating into the jungle. But I love what OG have done. They've warded up the high ground, so they'll have an eye on this top Radiant jungle.
Do you think that as they're going to see this triangle move, do you think they are going to keep musical lanes going? Because obviously Tundra's responding. They're going, okay, we don't want the Centaur against Batrider. Troll can actually kind of deal with him in lane.
Yeah.
We're going to rotate. Do you think OG's going to keep it up? Are they going to keep the music going?
Oh, man. So I got distracted. We can't see the chat right now, but Seb is approaching North American levels of salt. The pausing starting to get him a little anxious, which is kind of ironic because I feel like OG thrive on the abuse of psychological warfare. So
I mean,
you're watching,
it was something that gave them a lot of fuel going into TI8 and hell. I feel like a lot of OG haters, a lot of OG doubters, every single time they said OG was a fluke, I feel like that just made OG better for TI9. I think if anything, if you are a fan of, for some reason, you really want a team to fail, you know, I won't judge you for it. If you feel that way, for OG specifically, you should just not say anything.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, I'm just impressed, honestly. Like, fluking to 1 TI win is impressive, but the fact that they were able to do it twice in a row blows my mind.
Yeah, back to back as well. It's almost a pattern.
Yeah, it's like one time I flipped a coin, 7 times in a row, came up heads. OG basically did that, but 15 times. crazy. Anyway, you're correct in that they definitely want the troll top. He starts with the stick, so it's to be expected. And this is just a full-on jungle Enigma. You don't see this very often.
Yeah, jungling is kind of the hot new thing that people are toying around with. Obviously, the most notorious one that we saw last season was, of course, Virtus.Pro and their Huskar 4 position. But I have seen a lot of people toying around with jungling, and feels like it's kind of making its way back. And hey, you know, if you're an Enigma, especially, you're one of the more acceptable heroes because he can just kind of like every once in a while duck down, kill a lane creep, use those Eidolons to farm the jungle, and that'll keep the Centaur close to his safe lane tower, so the lane is very short, therefore he's able to play it a lot better.
Yep. It's a cool build too. He's just rushing Medallion, it appears. Double Sage's Mask with a Blightstone to start. I probably should watch the actual game, but I end up just staring at the jungler for the first 5 minutes, just nitpicking over his rotations. The top lane is really the one to watch. Hoodwink Bat versus AA Troll. Good job by Notel scooping up the courier.
Yeah, and 33 kind of needs that because he's going to need more regen. No doubt.
Bottom lane is pretty much a wash. I think the Centaur should do just fine, but Ana should free farm. I can't really pressure a PL with a bad nearby, just spamming shield on him.
Man, any stun or slow is so annoying with Ancient Apparition. It used to be that a single stun or slow was never enough to make Cold Feet actually proc, and then they just kept buffing it, and the range got bigger and bigger. And now it feels like any stun or any slow will actually make it so the Cold Feet does, in fact, finish up and root you to the ground. And we're seeing that now with just the Troll slow. It's working against the Bat Rider.
Yeah. It's one of those lanes. We saw it in the VP Na'Vi series. That was actually how VP dominated the Broodmother of Ramses. Just literally spam spells with the AA Troll and couldn't lane. Mid, pretty even, I'd say. Thompson should be fine if he's able to just control runes. Certainly a matchup he knows well. He's just played the Pangolier.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Kyle, you're always somebody who has philosophies about drafting and such. Do you feel like just straight up taking a core duo from the enemy team and playing it the next game, do you feel like that's a good idea or a bad idea? Is what I'm going to guess.
It really depends on the status of the meta and whether or not it's like a pride thing or if you just think it's strong in general.
Okay.
So
so in this case, is Pango Centaur, do you think that's strong enough to warrant, like, okay, we're just going to straight up take that from OG
the
and try it out for ourselves?
Pangolier is the only real question mark, but the panel was, discussing it. Like, there really wasn't much left for 9 in his hero pool.
Yeah.
And for what they needed in the game, this does seem like the best fit, and it's got to be fresh, too. It's proximity, right? It's like, okay, OG just played this. They obviously have faith in it. I can play it. I know this is something I like, and
I can win the mid matchup,
exactly.
Which is what he's currently doing against Thompson's Void Spirit. It may not be the best answer to Bat Rider that the panel was looking for, but it is an incredibly good answer to the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah.
Right?
And it is nice in the sense that you can always fight in the mid game. OG's lineup is very single target focused at the moment, whereas Tundra, your team fight's actually just absurd. And top lane, they were doing quite well, man. I'm telling you, the AA, we're going to see more of it if it continue to dominate lane so hard. I did not expect Bat versus Troll should in theory be Bat favored. Now his laning phase was nerfed and obviously Trolls was buffed, but still, this is pretty dominant. Went out from Skeeter.
Yeah, the European servers were having some problems yesterday, so while I was waiting, I did watch a BSJ game, and he did indeed play Ancient Apparition.
It's he didn't want us to tell anybody, but a big part of why BSJ is continuing to grind up the MMR is because he's just supporting, in his own words, his superior European players. A lot of Warlock, a lot of spam healing, but with the right cores, it can work.
Oh, there's our first blood. Saxa looks like he got found
there you go.
Somewhere in the trees over here, and the Troll Ancient Apparition duo once again finds a kill. So you're saying he just like cranks up the European anthem and
yeah.
Instead of commanding his teammates like he normally does, he bows to their will.
Can't be a leader all the time. It gets exhausting. Ana's absolutely crushing it. I did not realize how many denies he had. 24.
24 denies.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
It's
is
a 2-on-1, but he's keeping level with the Centaur's XP because of that deny.
Yeah. Oh, rolling up.
Oh, he just hit 6 again.
Blade.
Thompson, are you kidding me?
Whoa, okay, he's just going to be able to jump
2
away.
games in a row.
What died this time?
A creep in the mid lane.
Really? He was
Just an
close
XP.
enough for the experience for that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's gonna go in, maybe clear these creeps. No.
Well, they do scout out a ward because of that.
It's a cool move from Snaking. The catapult wave. He might look to pressure mid here.
They're going to try and force Thompson to use a couple more of his mobility spells. Didn't expect him to be stunned up as he comes out of the dissimulate. Looks like he just timed it slightly wrong there. They're going to try and chase No Tail here. They slow him again, and he just barely gets out of range here. No, 9 is in deep right now, and he doesn't actually have shield crash. He's using the procs here to be able to keep Thompson at bay. He's going to be fed a healing salve to be able to stay alive here a bit longer. Bit of a back and forth close call, but the Siege Wagon does stay alive, and they're going to continue this pressure. Another simulate, another jump away. Thompson, he'll be fine. Everyone's mid now to try and deal with this catapult push.
I think that was a Sal from Soxa, if I'm not mistaken. Talk about supporting your mid player. Thompson also knowing his limits. Really spooky. Almost dies to the cold feet coming out of dissimulate a bit early, but well done. No Tail, No Tail's running back to base with like 30 HP, absolutely 0 mana, did everything in his power to keep his Void Spirit on map and in game. Now grabbing an Arcane Ring, that is the dream for Thompson.
So while Anna has done a very good job with all these denies, Centaur is the lowest core in the game. Enigma is 2600, right there between the Batrider.
Anna has a Midas.
All right. What do you think that says about this game?
I think it's more about what Ana thinks about how he'll win the game. It's a very dead hoodwink, yeah. Because in the previous game, it was all about the timing with the hood and the diffuse will hang on 9 and some trouble. He'll just probably ult and get away. Yeah, he'll be okay.
And he'd managed to grab a regen rune there. 9. He guessed correctly, went to the right side, and uses his Rolling Thunder perfectly timed to be ensuring the power rune.
Okay, so previous game, it was the diffusal, timing, the hood, it was a Sanjay Nyasha into the shard, and then it was like, okay, Ana's just killing everything. But this is a troll, so the Battle Fury at some point kind of comes online and really starts to deal with your illusions. And I think this just kind of guarantees that hyper late game PL where all of a sudden the illusions just straight up don't die. Okay. Because if you consider it's a troll and a Pangolier and a Centaur, plus then the black hole potential as well. Like you're really never fighting Tundra in the mid game. It's not possible. So this puts your game, your win condition way back after like 30 minutes plus. So if that's the state of the game, then you might as well just buy a Midas. It's also just Ana, like he just does these things.
You think experience is a factor? I was looking through his talents. He does have the 15 talent, the 16% evasion. I guess the other big one would be obviously level 25, where you get the doppelganger cooldown. I could see both of those being more effective against troll than normal, but
I figure, and you also consider his other 2 cores are Bat and Void Spirit. They are very much hunter killers. This is really not a game OG are ever going to be trying to fight in a 5-on-5 walk-at-you battle. Tundra have just such an incredible teamfight lineup that they're going to be playing split map no matter what. I expect Seb, yep, he's got him queued up. The bots build, probably into a Blink Octarine. Like, they're 100% just going to split the map.
Okay, so
reminiscent of Liquid TI7, you know, just playing corners, making it annoying for Tundra to get anything done.
So in order to exploit this, we want to see Tundra start taking some towers and actually taking some map control away from OG to punish them for what is a very farm-heavy build so far.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough, though. I mean, No-Tail's doing a great job just kind of hovering between his 2 lanes. And
Toxic here is trying to keep these towers alive. The Ice Blast, they need a little bit more damage. Is he actually going to take out? I think he might. It's going to be a little bit close. Snake King, they're going to give him the Stampede to be able to run away. The shot from long distance snipes out Snake King. He's slowed down to a point where he will die to Seb.
Nice moves. It's, again, Tundra just... We saw this in the first game, too. They get a little over-eager for with these tower dives. Again, it's on to Sox on the 4 position. I feel like there's a pattern here. He's constantly the one defending. Then his team just rotates over, and everyone gets away.
Look at No-Tail. He's trying to pull this creep wave out of the way so that the siege wagon will die. He really wants to keep this mid tower alive. Fortunately, there's Soxa to be able to cover his back, but the tower still falls. They don't actually claim the last hit on it, though. No-Tail. Nice blast. It lands on him, but he's got a shield to protect him from the damage after the fact, so he's good.
I mean, this OG, it's the Ana show. It's going to be the name of this game. Already 1,400 gold ahead of the pack. Treads, Midas, Diffusal will be the item choice. And I was talking, again, backstage. Apparently, it is all the rage in China now to just buy Diffusal first item. PLs, Ursas, even Trolls at times.
9. Gonna be pulled back in here. Didn't actually get the grab there. Ow. From the squirrel, but Thompson, he's gonna find himself, even as he kills the enemy mid laner, is traded out thanks to the fact that the troll is right there. The bushwhack not connecting there earlier. That was the ability name.
Gotta be careful up top here. Don't want to get too many napalms on you. No-Tail is on the way.
Well, Tundra is kind of doing exactly what you wanted, Kyle. They are taking towers early, mid, now top.
Have center ulti. Gotta be careful here.
Firefly's gonna run out, and OG, they're not gonna go for this anymore. Look at that, a arcane rune gonna be saved by Fada for 9. In fact, he smokes up 9.
Where are they going, though? Do they have wards? They have wards to place.
I guess so.
I'm not opposed.
Where do you go? Are they really going to try to set up on Ana? That's really their only play. They have Stampede. They've got a lot of spells they can blow. Yeah, Enigma's going to TP in. I love this. You're going to need to blow a lot of CDs.
But you can just walk out and catch him with the black hole right away. He actually cuts a tree. May have actually spotted something here. Ana. Black hole going to be faked out for a second. Snake King catches him now after the fact. And now it is still going to be stopped here. And Ana does manage to get him to the tree. Doppelganger up in 1 second, but he's going to be rolled over quite literally by 9. The shot there is going to be going out to finish up Fada, but they're going to be chased down here. Fortunately for Seb, he doesn't get slowed down there by the swashbuckle. And now 9, he's extended a little bit too deep. This is looking like Tundra all over again as Thompson finished him off. 33. The Centaur going to be saved for last here as the sticky napalm is being added up onto him. They know there's no black holes, so eventually they can go for this kill with no rebuttal from Tundra.
Really well played. Hey, OG just on the outskirts. I think they're going to get snaking too.
Looks like it. The Ice Blast is going to come in, and Soxa is going to die here, but they might be able to get 2. Nah, Fada. They've already used Lasso and stuff. Seb doesn't want to push it much further. It was still a big victory for OG, that bottom lane fight.
Yeah, they lose Ana, but he's still so far ahead of the game, and so many spells are forced to be used on the PL. Like, they set it up, but to your point, if Snaking maybe can force that engagement under the tier 1 instead of allowing so much space to be all, like, look how much distance Ana gets. Look how far away his team is. See a couple of teleports coming in. Sox is there for the immediate interrupts, but that's only because he's so far forwards. And I guess in one hand, though, Tundra, did they really have to pursue? They blew Black Hole, Stampede, Pangolier roll-up, and now you're pushing forwards. You've lost Fata only. That was their hard support for a carry, and now they think that they're a lot stronger than they are. And OG with the spell spam just comes through, cleans up.
Seems like one of those situations where you're kind of baited by your own power rune. You're like, I've got Arcane Rune, we can keep fighting, I'm really strong, and then all of a sudden, he goes too far. Thompson catches him, and his nukes are, at this point, more than enough to threaten the Pango.
Yeah.
Especially, that'll continue to be the case if he can get level 15 and Ags at a good timing, which is what he's currently building for. 33. Spotting Seb here. Just being chased out of the jungle. That's all this really is.
I love No-Tail's positioning. He's just playing around. Like, Seb is so fast, it's near impossible to kill him unless they're able to, you know, stampede forward, maybe land a stun into a cold feet. But a shield removes all of that disable, and Seb 100% is going to be able to escape with Firefly up, moving at, just no Firefly, 420 move speed. He's blazing.
Top tower is under attack.
Blazing indeed. Maybe we'll see them smoke up here in a bit.
Be a good
Yule's build for Soxa as he's just been kind of hanging out. We haven't seen, like, he got that bushwhack to be able to stop the black hole, which kind of helped, and then he's hit 2 sharpshooters so far. But other than that, it feels like he has just been kind of an annoying presence in the side lanes. That has sort of been his job.
And Troll has Battle Fury at the same time as Ana on the PL getting his Diffusal. But this time, there's a Midas as well. And Seb, oh, nice play.
Just enough jukes to be able to get his Blink Dagger off there, and T even thinks about getting a little bit more information. A lot of Tundra are occupying this top space. As we saw, 20 seconds faster than the patch average, and that, of course, is with a Midas before him. So,
2K ahead of the troll. I like this move, though, Tundra. You've got to apply some pressure here. You know, you want fights. That's the whole draft is with you're engineered to take fights now. And OG have no interest in really giving them to you, so just go for it.
They're going to go for 5 here. The Bushwhack, it's going to catch him. Immediately tops and pounces.
That's... If they know that they're in Roche, they might look to contest this now.
Yeah, they're going to get up into the triangle here, see if they can potentially catch another support somewhere out here. They definitely know they're inside Roshan at this point, 33. Clearly protecting it. They're looking for Snaking right now. Snaking does manage to get a little bit of distance thanks to the Stampede. 9 is being pursued out here as well. He does have a swashbuckle. They're going to bounce back Snaking, put him in an awkward position, tries to go for the TP wave, but of course the lasso is there to stop him.
See, you get Roche, but you lose too. But more than that, it's the map control. By the time you're able to actually start using this Aegis, you're going to only have 3 minutes or so, maybe even 2, just because of the way these lanes are going to get pressured. The benefit, though, look at the towers. Tundra, you still have your mid-tier 1 up, so not too much OG's going to be able to do. No lasso on Seb, so this isn't going anywhere. He's just being annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
boxing them in.
He's constantly trying to force them out of areas of the map. It's really interesting.
You could do a cool study on this game, though, because you'll watch as OG play this map. Ana is always mirroring their movements. He was looking to connect on that last fight, but when he realized nothing was doing, he just stole the jungle and then went up top. So the rest of his team just goes to play bottom, and they chase after him. He's already going to have the lane shoved. Probably look to be a little safe now. They actually have a ward that's going to see this movement. Snaking is going to run straight through it. But they have one on Ana too, so.
Yeah, he's got a TP scroll back up, so. And, oh, he doppelgangers into them here, but nobody is here actually to back up 9.
It's just the map pressure. Bottom lane shoved into the tier 2. Seb just cut the mid wave. Ana. A
lot of item pickups now.
It's not
Skeeter.
even my birthday.
He's going to be kited out a little bit. They got to be a bit scared of the Enigma. We saw the Yule's complete for Saksa. Blink Dagger for Seb.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going to go Aeon Disc after that, so Saksa really not trying to build any sort of damage is again, looks like he's just entirely about kind of being annoying. Doesn't even go the Bushwhack cooldown. Goes survivability here. It's a nice combo. 33 catches a big kill on Thompson. Other side of the map, Snaking's going to turn around. He does have Black Hole. Is he thinking about it? He's going to go for it here. Skeeter will certainly have the damage to wipe him out. And with that extra movement speed, he may catch up to more. No Tail immediately gets ensnared on a ranged hit. And do lose Fada in the meantime, though. Ana does find an opening here. His Fada is always going to have to be careful with that. Ancient Apparition is easy food for a Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, I think that's really why OGs just feel comfortable picking this even as early as they did. They see the AA once again. There's just nothing you can do to a Phantom Lancer.
Yeah.
Cold Feet dispelled by the Doppel, but more importantly, the illusions just kill you. You get diffuseled, you are dead. But I like that decision from Tundra to commit the ults. You have to kill the bat. If he lives there and OG have time to connect, the lasso is almost certainly going to find a kill on you first. So just blow the spells. But man, Ana's net worth advantage continues to grow. It was 1,000 when he got the Midas, 2,000 recently, and now up to 3.
Yeah, if it wasn't for his net worth, like, Tundra would actually be pretty far ahead.
Yeah.
And look at all their other cores. They're super far up. Can they catch him? Saksa away to the trees, but no. Yule Scepter up for a second. He's got Bushwhack, but he comes back down. He actually goes into the trees. Bushwhacks 2. And TP's out. They try and catch him out with a courier. A sneaky little play, but of course he's long gone.
Hobson so close to Ags. He is trying to buy the tome too. He wants the resonant pulse damage, I'd imagine.
Yep.
Love the 2 charges along with the AoE silence. So Snaking's gonna have to be cautious. Needs the BKB before he's really able to free cast his ultimate.
Same goes again. Pango, right? Really easy kill. No, look at that. He saw that Bushwhack coming and he cut down the tree before he could be stopped. Who was that? Was that 33 or Skeeter? Either one. I think both of them, yeah, had an option there to be able to cut down the tree, but they always get a pick off. But OG is always catching somebody on the side. Saksa with a sharpshooter shot takes 9 out from half health. And 9, he's got to find a way to be able to either never get caught by this Void Spirit +1 or tank up some more, because it's a really easy kill. Sox just waiting out here. Bushwhack him back. Pull him in. 33 is very tanky, and he'll survive for a while here. Tries to go for TP out, but of course there's still the Yules from Soxa, and that'll also move the hood bit, so 33 is very dead here.
It is it just feels so hard for Tundra. Like, even though it feels like they're winning, they have the ability to take fights, and yet every time they get something going, it's like they have to immediately retreat back to the sanctuary of their towers, because the lane bottom is always pushing. Ana's just running in.
Catching him almost immediately. A two-man stun into the Ice Blast as well. They have the first damage. That might just be enough. He should tick out here. Sure enough, Fate. Yeah, there he goes down. Thompson, he falls. Skeeter battling it out with Ana right now, but holy crap, that was a lot of damage. Sharpshooter, and immediately his ultimate wears out from there. And Bushwhack will catch 9 as well. Again, it looks like for a second there, Tundra may have found an opening, but OG are always out team fighting them. It doesn't matter game 1 or game 2. It doesn't matter what heroes. OG always seems to have the trump card when it comes to these fights.
Oh, for sure. Well, that time they were keeping track of the cooldowns. There was no troll ultimate. He died 3 seconds to spare. Enigma, no ultimate. You can't fight anymore. And, you know, what does Tundra do now? The PL is just straight up out of control. They do not have real answers to him. And OG are just not giving them any opportunity to be the ones initiating. They're just the train, man.
Ice Blast, just kind of poking. Nobody's really that close. Just snaking on the side here, ready to go with the black hole. Finally, some other Tundra members are going to be approaching soon, but as they start getting close, OG in turn backs up. So,
I mean, also credit to Notel. He's played a really smooth game. You know, pretty unnoticed because he's a fun position to bat in. But no deaths, now carrying the gem. But the way he's positioned on the map, he's constantly safeguarding his cores and typically being the one playing with the hero taking the hard farm, ensuring that someone on his team can pressure the map where it is unsafe. It's just bought so much area for Ana to exploit. Now they're looking to push forwards. Fada's got to be so careful. If he gets jumped by anything, he's just dead.
Yeah, and they need that Ice Blast damage, right? Kind of put them over the top. Counter the Abaddon to some extent as well. So the smoke is not going to connect here, but Ana is going to have the space to start hitting this tier 2. They're going to know something's up. Ice Blast. Kind of scouting where Seb's heading off to, but Tundra not having the heroes in time.
Just so annoying. The Bat Rider playing one corner, Ana playing the other. And the gold advantage isn't totally out of control, but if you look at the XP, Ana's closing in on level 20. Skeeter is at 16.
Coin.
Jumping forward, managed to find Soxa here. They're gonna blow at least the Rolling Thunder to catch him, and maybe No Tail as well, actually. No Tail, he's gonna bounce back and catch him a second time. They're gonna leave him to die. The gem will be going to Tundra. So that's a pretty important pickup, and they might be able to find a little bit more here. There's a courier coming in. Maybe they can kill some wards as well.
They just de-warded a whole bunch of the area too. AA also really effectively able to check those high grounds. I hope they get the wards that were placed. He's got them now on a high ground and that cool lane ward middle.
Yeah, they're a little bit deeper than maybe they're expected to look for. They're going to smoke up here and see if they can catch up to Thompson. Thompson, he's going to be caught. Malefice is just a second stun that allows 33 to be able to get in there and hit the stomp.
Really well played.
Look at OG still positioning. They're saying like they want... I noticed that about OG. They always position where it's like, oh, they got a pick off, or they got, you know, maybe they want to fight or something. But if they get sloppy on positioning, we can still get something here.
It is very tough to walk away with free kills against OG. They're always going to look to punish somewhere. Tundra very much still in the game, but you certainly have PL problems. Like I'm looking at Ana. He's got a heart completed in a moment. Then it's going to be the shard, and then things start to get really out of control, because then all of a sudden, Fada, you can't even be in lance range, and you just die to like this super illusion doing 40% bonus damage.
Yeah, and long drawn out fights will start playing against you, right? Where he's just constantly throwing lance after lance. You're getting burned out of all your mana.
Oh, Seb.
Hey, Fada. Speaking of him, is saying he needs to find the right positioning. Well, Seb found the back line, so that clearly wasn't the right positioning.
They have the heart now up on the PL. So it is go time. And they're exploiting the Tundra draft in a way because they don't really have the most offensive firepower. If you look at the way they've itemized, right? Maelstrom, Ags on Pang, okay, that's not bad. But Centaur, Crimson Guard, Hood, so far, Troll, no BKB, just the Battle Fury. You can't kill the illusions. And at this point, because the Enigma doesn't have BKB either, you don't have that option to just straight up black hole him in the army on top of Midnight Pulse. Even if you were to do so, Lasso with the Aether Lens should have plenty of cast range to be able to interrupt it through. But that's like honestly theory crafting a bit too much. You have PL problems. That's the issue. And Seb also is actually just huge when you consider his laning phase wasn't great. He's equal with Skeeter. Yeah,
Seb just continues to
look at
find these openings to farm whenever he's split pushing. He just
it's so hard for Tundra. We have the benefit of not having fog. The map is so dark for them, and their side lanes are always hitting tier 2s. So you have to hold hands. You've got to play conservatively, and just so frustrating. Oh my god! Oh my god! I need to know.
He spots them out, and they just crush OG in a definitive team fight that just might turn this whole game around for them. What the hell was that?
They got the little tiny sliver of vision, and 3-3 just makes the play. Oh my god. Did he? Yeah, they saw him, right? Yeah, they see them, they ping, and Snaking just like, all right. Or 3-3.
Bottom tower is
and then Snaking, and the AA blast. Like, that is absurd. Just how they drew it up, I guess.
Watch that one again. That was pretty as a penny right there. Damn. All three of the big AoE spells off of 33's first hoof stomp. As you can see, they're going to be able to get Roshan. So that is a big win for Tundra. They're going to be able to get... so they got the shard on the Centaur's backpack, so I'll be interested to see who that goes to.
That's a huge fight, because that's BKB. You now have this window, not just cheese, but double BKB. One on the Troll, one soon to be completed on the Enigma, and then you can look for your next fight once spells are back up. That is just huge. The timing suddenly evened up. Tundra took a gold lead.
Regeneration. I actually gave it. I thought it would go to the Pango, but they gave it to Snaking. So now he's got that extra bit of pull radius.
Okay.
So they're just telling, I mean, that does in some ways make sense when you look at what is their win condition for this game, Kyle. We saw it from that last game, but it's like they need a really big black hole.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I can't believe that worked. I mean, I guess a 4-man stun typically leads to good things, but that shouldn't happen. You know, OG just caught sleeping a little bit when they didn't have vision.
Oh, they're TPing in one by one into this one. Ice Blast coming in on the side here. Nine's going to help out, but he's immediately been lassoed. Malphus, see if they can get him out of this one in time. Nine surviving. He's got the cheese as well. He actually pops it early, and it's going to be run down. No tail. He's going to be next. It's a perfectly fine fight for Tundra as they weigh it. Even though they didn't have like black hole or anything, they just said we're strong enough to be able to take this, and they're right.
He's learned his lesson. I'm not even going to engage. I just want to hit my Ice Blast. Once he lands it onto Ana, that's all heart regen. That just disappears. He has 70 HPS on this PL. Nothing when affected by Shatter. In addition, the Midnight Pulse. He can't really even walk through it. It's like 300 damage a tick, and that's pure.
And they know what the real one is, right?
Yeah.
Another like little side benefit to the Ice Blast. You doppelgangers, but hey, there's a frosty boy right there. Now they're going to get Shivas for the Pangos. So before, when we were talking about, okay, there is a bit of a damage problem when you just say like, okay, this Troll, but if this Pango does get Shivas, if they keep on landing this Ice Blast, and now that the Troll has his BKB, he can start going back again for damage. Oh, just shy. Cannot believe that Zuxa did not get his little squirrely tail caught there. Skater does have Aegis and BKB, so OG got to be very careful on how they approach this fight. Seb, he's playing around with the flame breaks, burning away at him constantly, adding up the sticky napalm. Look at how long it's lasting. He's got another one coming in. He's actually getting burned down. He's going to pop his ultimate to try and stay alive here, and he's going to be pulled in deep right onto No Tail. Immediately pops his ultimate. The Ult Scepter going up in the air. Skeeter only having healed for a little bit. Here comes 9. They've got some reinforcements now, and Skeeter is still going to find himself possibly losing the Aegis, especially if they lose 9 here. A black hole going out, though. Catching the 2 with the Ice Blast over the top. That is going to be the cores of OG. Seb even getting pulled back in. He goes for the lasso and sure grabs the Enigma, but the damage is already done. OG have lost the fight.
I think they might have lost the game, Cap. Seb, he was trying to make the play. He's the only one that can interrupt the black hole, but really nice blinking from Snaking. Positions in between him and the bat. There's no way to cancel it. And as you're in Midnight Pulses on him, you get AA blasted, you're 100% dead, done for. And Tundra, like, they just won the game.
Yep. It's, I mean, you can't win that many decisive fights and still keep the game alive, really. Like, maybe they won't have to GG out entirely, but they're certainly going to be losing a lane of barracks. They're going to be down a large amount in net worth. So OG, true to OG style, they're not going to call GG or anything, but it is going to be a very tough climb back.
I can't believe it.
As now, Tundra has the advantage of space and time. Quite literally as well, where I was trying to say that they can just kind of like play back to their side of the map, farm up, and then just wait for Black Hole to be back up again.
Yeah, OG no longer able to play the sides as they were. You see the net worth, I mean, it was skyrocketing for Ana until those fights. And now that you're in this position where Tundra can actually press base and force OG to fight them head on, it's just getting harder and harder. The shard available now. We saw like the shard on Bat's actually pretty sick. It's doing some work, adding the napalm charges and also then the
oh yeah, that was insane. Like he just 100-0'd the troll from a distance. So OG very notorious for being great team fighters. That's why they were able to make so many comebacks at TI8, for example. Looking at the way these fights are going, what do you think OG is identifying and like what needs to change?
I mean, in this case, No Tail's just out of position, right? Like, he can't be exposed. Oh,
stop. Going out, 33. Ana does manage to escape this one. He hops onto the high ground. Not sure where he's going to go for. He's got to get away from 9, but they spotted him. They managed to hit him with the sun. The Ice Blast and Skeeter rips him apart. No Tail, he's going to be up next. And now it's just a free-for-all. Grabbing whoever they can. Soxa on the run here. Tries to TP way inside of the trees. No such luck. The Disc only delays the inevitable as he will be dying in the forest he loves so much. Even Thompson is being chased here as they still have Black Hole. Snaking, telling Thompson he's not going to have anything for free here. Throws it out. Thompson is still going to be found. Hoof stomp just in time from 33, and they are going to throw down that Black Hole. They say it's worth it to be able to kill Thompson here. Another dissimulate, jumps over to the side, but the actual step, even if he got it off, would only take him so far here. Tundra, they are on the march to the Dire base.
They get the team wipe the hard way. And OG, notorious, they do not GG out, but it is looking grimmer and grimmer by the moment. Tundra just straight up the one four-man stun. Like, that just turned this entire game. Since then, they got Roche. They've taken every single team fight since. And now it's 4 cores against 1.5. Because Ana, like, they just have a Gatling gun. They're waiting. They see the PL. They aim everything. He can't survive. He catches any disable. The AA blast comes in. To your point, they know exactly which one's real. And he's done for.
So okay, so if OG, they have any chance of being able to turn this game around, they gotta make it so Ana's not the first one in these team fights anymore.
Yep.
That's
they need a lasso.
What it feels like, right?
They need to be the ones initiating. They have to somehow find the kill. It's just easier said than done. And if they do lasso someone, that means that the snaking ultimate is uncounterable. They have absolutely nothing to stop it.
Yeah.
And then things are spooky because, well, if AA is still alive, like Enigma ulti plus AA blast is enough to do a whole bunch of work.
Well, you say if AA is still alive, that's looking more and more likely now that he's got an Aeon disc on his side.
That's very helpful.
Don't want to forget the Octarine core that popped up on the screen there from the Enigma as well. He's also going to be going an Aeon disc. Tundra really just itemizing to make sure their more key team fight supports here are just not going to be bursted down if they're caught out of position.
You can see the line drawn. They know Sox is up in the trees, trying to find him. See if Sox's squirrel powers will keep him safe.
Well,
What I don't like about this hero? That right there.
What, casting and farming? From
Casting 2 spells and not being able to kill a creep wave. It's unfair. It's super. Yeah, it's super creep. So I'm just telling you that is a constant problem for that hero. You max out both of those abilities and you're left getting 2 creeps out of every creep wave or something. You know, it's just.
That's not
Radiant's
It
bottom
feels a little
tower
rough.
is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
See, Roshan's up in 3 seconds. That'll be Tundra's next move.
Look at
Anything?
OG. Just plan it out here.
Tower is under
Someone's going to
attack.
defend, right? Certainly hope so, but no, Tundra going to play it safe. They say, oh, you can have the tier 2. We don't really give a crap. Because there's Roshan up. That's an Aghanim Scepter for free, plus Aegis Cheese.
Yeah. Ags for the troll, I would imagine. Maybe the Centaur.
Roshan has fallen
Maybe the
to
Enigma.
Radiant.
I mean, a lot of good ones, actually.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they give it to Troll. Yeah, okay. He'll have the Dispel, both offensive and defensive now. Really value. You saw how much work the Bat Rider Shard was doing to him. It'll no longer be a factor.
33, just shy. Fada does get caught here. He's got the Aeon Disc to try and get him away, but he's immediately going to be Yule Sceptered up. They're going to try and poke at him like they did before. The illusion's rolling through. Speaking of rolling, 33. They somehow found Thompson a little bit farther below. Fada does die, but the fact that he got Thompson forgives that entirely.
See, that's how you're going to have to win a fight if you're OG. You know, deal with the AA. Even if there's no lasso there, the Aeon Disc is certainly a problem, but the PL illusions just make short work of him. It's just tough. Like Tundra, they're just running in.
Looking to be able to catch somebody here. 9 doesn't catch Seb before back.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Watch how Thompson got caught here. It's the smoked TP back that Snake King had earlier leads the charge to help them find Thompson as he was 0.1 second away from completing that TP. That's gotta sting.
Dire's middle tower
That
has
just in
fallen.
time. Now it's time to push. You still have Aegis on Skeeter.
And once he doesn't have that Aegis anymore, he can pick up a Satanic and he'll still have kind of that extra life. Skeeter, if they can kill him with 0 commitment here, it would be super nice, but unfortunately, for them anyway, he survives and they're going to back up, farm a little bit more. Get some tier 4 items that are still left.
Right, he's just taken over the net worth.
Somebody get this man a source of regen. Lifesteal.
I was thinking about a Vlad's on 9, but he's so farmed. I don't know if you really want to go back for that. 3-3 is fully stacked. Doesn't even have a slot for boots.
Yeah, seriously.
You're looking to chase. Look at Seb. You see the line drawn. He wants to backstab, find a pickoff.
Yeah, they certainly, like, they sense they have an advantage when they're able to kind of like poke and poke and poke with the Bat Rider. Start getting some people low, then they can start closing in a bit. Look at this nice defensive ward from Fada, though.
Invisibility.
He spots the Bat Rider. He still gets caught, though, in the process. He, again, has the Aeon Disc. He's going to get off the Ice Blast. The Stampede's going to go out, trying to get him out of here. Seb, he's going to stick around for the kill. He's going to go for it. He goes for the kill. Does manage to kill Fada here. The question is, can he TP out? 1 second left to be able to activate it, but now everybody's here. He's stuck, and the gem is given over to Tundra again.
That is the second gem, too. That's most unfortunate. Yeah, I was wondering if they had passed it to Fada, but no, 3-3's been holding it all game. So, OG, you know, the early gem has been something that's a hallmark of their squad for some time. It's why they love bats so much, but without gem, you just don't have the ability to obtain map control like they need to. Without a vision advantage, you just simply can't find pickoffs.
See if everybody gets out here. No Tail trying to protect himself. Sox does good. 9 really thinks he can catch somebody here. Tries to blink in. Doesn't immediately hit anybody. So it's looking a little deep, a little rough right now. They're going to Try and just deal with the Phantom Lancer illusions and back themselves up. A little bit surprised Tundra isn't pushing it right now with the Bat Rider dead. And them still having the Aegis, but...
with no AA, I actually think it's a pretty even trade.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're really able to kill the Phantom Lancer, just to find out which one's actually real. Hobson?
The flicker, that wasn't where he wanted to go. Still finds a way out. 33 already uses the stomp. All right, we've got a little space here. Kyle, give it to me straight. What do you think of the squirrel? What do you think of Hoodwink? He hasn't done much, right?
It looked okay for the first 20 minutes or so, but I'm looking at the items as well. I'm just thinking, man, like a 4 position that goes Yule's Aeon Disc.
Yeah.
If you can't live running through trees, it's a pretty just tough game in general. I think the lack of aura items is kind of hurting. I mean, I have no idea, honestly. I have never played Hoodwink in my life. I've seen it played as a core quite often. As a 4 position, it's just cute. I've also never seen it win as a 4 position competitive play. I think my brother's team picked it a couple times. That didn't work out so well.
Sneaky, sneaky. Thompson back and forth with the astral steps, but now he's been caught. He used both of his mobility spells. Aeon Disc, he gets run over. The flicker, he's really hoping it would blink him the right direction, but he's kind of stuck here. It activates it again, but there is not enough small little blinks in the world to get him away from this troll.
No buyback. You're at a point now as Tundra. You can chill and relax, but at some point you got to think, hey guys, we're pretty strong. We can go push.
Yeah.
Like they have everything they could possibly need on their Enigma, with the exception of maybe a BOTs, which is queued up next.
Seb with the smoke here. Maybe trying to cut a creep wave. That's about it. All he can really do here. Anna can deal with the incoming creep wave thanks to the Spirit Lance and the Shard. So they will stall Tundra here. There's no other creeps that are coming in anytime soon. 33 immediately tries to jump in. He managed to get the break on the troll here, but Soxa is probably still found. Rolling Thunder doesn't actually quite land. Aeon Disc is going to go off the Aphotic Shield, trying to get him into the trees best they can. They spot him though. The Stomp is going to land. The Event and the Hoodwink are both dead. Both supports down on the side of OG are both going to buy back, but Thompson still needs another 20 seconds. They start their initiation on to Snake King. They got to get him out of here. Save the black hole as best as possible. 10 more seconds till Thompson's back up. OG. May want to chill out for a second here. No Firefly up for a bit from Seb. But then again, he's got the Flame Break. Uh-oh, he's been spotted. They've got a war on the high ground. He's been Malfist up. Ice Blast on its way, but fortunately he was able to get away from that troll. The Bushwhack managed to control him up. Soxa, though, he just bought back, and it looks like the Hoodwink is going to be dying at secondary time here. No Tail trying to help him out as best as possible. Meanwhile, the Black Hole is being used on the side to be able to control the Phantom Lancer. Got him down to half health. Thompson's right in the middle of things. 9 immediately pops his cheese to make sure he's not going to be bursted down. But Anna, bit by bit, being worked down by 33. Now Skeeter's going to be joining into the mix. They do have another stomp that should be the finish of it. He doppelgangers up to the high ground. They get the Aphotic Shield onto him, but 33 will not let him get away. 9 right on top of him as well, and the AoE damage is enough. And it goes down. Immediate buyback. OG are all in on being able to win this team fight. They finally managed to finish up the Enigma, but he didn't have Black Hole in anyway. Malfist, that'll be enough to catch Seb anyway, and they have to just full out retreat. Another buyback. OG are completely out of buybacks at this point, and Anna, his last hope for him. He's got a doppelganger. He can try and get away to the trees here with no Black Hole and no Ice Blast. Can he actually win the fight? Shard bouncing over 9. He's going to be caught by the lasso, pulled back into his doom. That's 1 down. Tundra holding out with Skeeter and 33. Anna and Seb on hot pursuit, just keeping their distance, but keeping the damage going. Skeeter using that Dispel and immediately managed to get a bash onto Thompson. The buyback is going to come in from 9 here as he approaches the outpost. He's got a way to be able to join the fight. They're looking now to be able to catch OG, but they're on the retreat. Slowed down just a little bit by the Lucky Shot. He's going to jump to the high ground, but 9 will pursue. Rolling Thunder's in, catches them. 33's right there as well with the Stomp immediately following. Another Rolling Thunder, another one potentially to follow mode, and even after that, Skeeter, they're trying to find the real one. Anna trying to be as deceptive as possible, leading Illusion away. That is actually the wrong one. They turn around, realize the real one's somewhere around here, but he's got a fresh doppelganger up. But the Illusions, they just get wiped out almost immediately. As now Anna is going to be dying here unless the doppelganger way to the side. Can Thompson bail him out? 33, he gets the stop. A little bit more damage, and that's it. Dead for 2 minutes. The carry of OG gone. Thompson, immediately the GG is called as Thompson. He'll die as well. Skater having a great time as they do manage to bring down OG after what has definitely been a little bit of pre-game tension between these two squads, between the tipping and the all-chatting. I think Tundra, they're real happy to get a victory here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was a hell of a fight, Cav. I was like, I'm just hanging out as a fan.